This is Jamie Dyer welcoming you to another edition of the Quo-Cast. This is not really a haul video, not really an unboxing video. I wanted to show a new acquisition in my collection via John. Thanks John for sending me this. This is Dog of Two Head by Status Quo. This is actually the only 70s album that I didn't already own on vinyl in some form, because the Mark Kelly's I've got is like a reissue. So this is their album from 1971, as I say, Dog of Two Head, and this is what you might call the second rock album after Mark Kelly's Greasy Spoon, and earlier on in their Pie career with a series of singles under various names, plus those first two psychedelic albums, Picturesque Matchstickable Messages from the Status Quo and Spare Parts. This album, I think, is really what kicks them off on the road that they would eventually find with a run of successful albums on the Vertigo label, with Hello, Piledriver, not necessarily in that order, Quo, On the Level, Blue for You. This is one of those albums that I have pretty much ignored for a lot of the time, and I'm not really sure why. I think it must be that Pie connection, although I did enjoy Mark Kelly. So yeah, I wasn't sure if this was an original pressing or not. I think it is, because if we look at the front here, it says Pie Records. Maybe that's always there and I just haven't noticed. I looked in detail when I saw this. I think I've only ever seen like smaller versions. I've got the CD up there, which was sent to me some years ago by a contributor. And this album cover has always kind of intrigued me, but to see the detail that's in here, I don't think I've ever noticed this paperclip in the middle, and the fact that on this border with your pictures of the band members in the corner, this border is actually a different colour to the inside here, and you can see why they used it as like a beer label years later, can't you? Because this kind of looks like a beer label. I guess that might be the idea initially. And then we've got a drawing inside of a castle with this striking image of the two dogs there. So yeah, let's have a look at the inside of this, because this is a gatefold. There's the gatefold in there. So on one side we have a live image from the period, and then we have a band photo seemingly taken from the shots used on the front cover. I mean, that says this is a rock band, doesn't it? So if you're unfamiliar with this album, here is the track listing. Umlatung, apologies if that's pronounced incorrectly. Na 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 Na, Extraction, Something's Going On in My Head, Mean Girl, Na 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 again, Extraction, Gurdendula, Railroad, Someone's Learning, and then the full version of Na Na Na. And I feel like that is why I ignored it for so long, because the repetition of Na 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 kind of annoyed me a bit. It was sort of trying to be concepty, I think. Has it ever annoyed you? Do let me know. So I haven't actually looked in here. I'm going to check this record. And we've got PRT. Let's open that up. Oh, that's lovely, lovely condition. Been played a little bit, but yeah, looks fairly spotless. Looks like it's been shined somewhat. Lovingly cared for, I think, is the words I'm searching for there. And at the bottom there of this label, which I will get for you in just a moment, it says 1971 at the bottom, a John Schroeder production. And what a production he did on that. So after having done some research on this. This is actually a reissue, hence the PRT. I should have clicked that. I did some research in between. I should really do some research before the camera rolls. That would be really good, wouldn't it? But I hadn't looked at this beforehand, and given the fact that I wasn't there when it was first released, well, I wasn't there when it was reissued, let alone when it was released. So yeah, sometimes I get these things wrong, so apologies for that. Yes, but I do look forward to listening, because I feel like the Mark Ellis that I've got is from the same period. So look forward to listening to that. I'm sure it has a very similar sound to the original pressing. So that was Dog of Two Head. Not Heads, as I used to call it. That Pi Records label really threw me there. Has it always been there? I really should look in much closer detail, shouldn't I? Have you got original pressing? Or have you got a PRT or another reissue that's been done over the years? I'm going to go and spin this now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I will see you again for another episode of the Quo-Cast.